In this world, everyone can summon their guardian spirit by reciting poetry. Some chant 10 steps to kill one, 1,000 miles without leaving a trace. Summoning the sword immortally by. Others chant. Proud heart refuses to acknowledge heaven again. Summoning returns to God's blood and Guangzhou. Summoning the true Lord Yang chant. Some even recite Chicken You, so beautiful. Summoning the chicken deity. As a transmigrator, I clearly know this world has no myths or legends. Whether their chanted verses are recognized by the gods, resulting in the descent of divine avatars, is purely luck. But I can effortlessly summon divine tier guardian spirits, even saint tier ones. Now, with anomalies running rampant, summoning a guardian spirit at 18 has become humanity's only hope for survival. At this moment on the awakening altar, I step forward under everyone's gaze.
This pauper is bold, dressed like a beggar, yet dares to look so arrogant.
He's just given up. The awakening rate in Xingyang City is less than 30%. A poor kid with no background, no matter how pretty his poetry, it's just luck.
The crowd erupts in chatter. A few rich heirs laugh mockingly. A brat flaunting his limited edition awakening badge flashes a taunting gesture at me.
Genie, you've used all 3 chances. 1 failure. And you're a sacrifice to the anomalies. Are you sure you want to start?
I ignore the mockery, my voice booming yes. My eyes lock on the altar's light pillar, my blood surging. I've crossed over with Earth's complete mythos database. Divine tier spirits? Even sages are within my grasp. My voice echoes across the square. Golden birds scorch the sky, bells suppress the realms. Dong Huang reigns supreme. All spirits bow to the heavens. As the verse lands, the world trembles. The once stable light pillar erupts 100 years ago. Golden flames erupt from the altar. A phantom golden sun materializes inside. Its scorching pressure forcing everyone to their knees, trembling.
This aura is 10 times stronger than the city lord Shingongbao guardian spirit. Impossible. How can a pauper chant verses of this level? Look at the altar. What is that?
In the golden flames, a figure in imperial robes slowly emerges, crowned with 12 tassels, wielding the bell of chaos. 10 golden crow silhouettes circling him, his gaze indifferent. A ruler of heaven and earth.
Guardian spirit awakened, Dong Huang Tai. Tier, celestial emperor.
The system's voice rings in my mind. Simultaneously, pressure far beyond divine tier engulfs the square. The anomaly barrier at the city center hums and shatters. Teacher Zhang collapses, his awakening manual scattering.
Beyond divine tier. Is this the legendary celestial emperor guardian spirit?
The brat leaps up, roaring.
Bullshit. It must be the altar malfunctioning. I don't believe he can summon such a monster.
He rushed to the altar and chanted loudly. 10 steps to kill one, 1,000 miles without leaving a trace. A green light flashed. The phantom of a swordsman in white appeared. It was the divine guardian spirit, sword immortally by. The blonde guy laughed maniacally. See, this is a true divine guardian spirit. He gave an order to Li Bai.
Li Bai, scatter his pathetic phantom for me.
Li Bai swung his sword, sending a green sword or straight at Dong Wang Tai. I smirked, not moving an inch. The chaos around Dong Wang Tai trembled slightly. A golden bell tolled, and mountain-like shockwaves radiated from the bell. The green sword aura instantly dissipated. Li Bai's phantom let out a mournful cry. It shattered directly. The blonde guy spat blood and was sent flying 3 meters. He crashed heavily to the ground, screaming in terror.
Impossible. How is this possible? My Li Bai is divine level.
Divine level? I took a step forward. Dong Wang Tai's pressure locked onto the blonde guy. Before Dong Wang, all are mere ants. The entire square fell dead silent. Everyone stared at me with awe. Their earlier mockery turned into fear. Just then, the sky suddenly turned pitch black. Countless black tentacles reached down from the clouds. They charged toward the crowd. The eerie tide erupted.
Help!
Someone was dragged away by the instantly reduced to bones. The square descended into chaos. The blonde guy had just gotten up when a thick tentacle wrapped around his leg. He struggled frantically.
Save me! My father is the city lord.
I had no intention of lifting a finger. A heartless rich brat like him deserves to die. But among the thousands present, most were his. Dong Wang, clear the field. At my command, Dong Wang Tai nodded. The chaos told again, and golden light waves spread out. Wherever they reached, it was like spring snow melting. The black tentacles turned to ash instantly. The eerie presence in the clouds let out a shrill cry and retreated in fear. Teacher Zhang trembled as he stood up, bowing respectfully.
And Master Qin, why you are Xingyang City's hope?
I ignored him, my gaze piercing through the city, toward the distant mountains. There, an even denser eerie aura lingered, mixed with a faint, familiar primordial energy. Seeing my prolonged silence, Teacher Zhang feared I might blame him. He hurried forward, bowing obsequiously.
Master Qin, the city lord will rise soon. He must.
Hearing this, I scoffed. No need. I have no interest in the city lord's position. With that, I turned and left. But just as I stepped out of the square, an old man in Taoist robes blocked my path. A Rakshasa phantom follows behind, wielding a palm leaf fan. With enchanting grace, it's none other than the divine guardian, Princess Iron Fan.
Kid, your guardian spirit is impressive.
The old man smiled, but greed lurked in his eyes.
Come with me to Qingshu Temple. I'll teach you the path of immortality.
I sneered inwardly. Immortality? Why don't you try it yourself first? Since my cover's blown, the old man's face darkened.
Kid, I suggest you cooperate. My Princess Iron Fan can extinguish the flaming mountains across 800 miles. Resist, and you'll regret it.
A palm leaf fan? I crossed my arms, smirking. Tai, show him what a true god looks like. As I spoke, Dong Wang Tai reappeared without hesitation. The chaos bell struck. Its terrifying aura made the entire street creak. The old man paled in horror. Princess Iron Fan now. Blow him away. The fan whipped up a hurricane, uprooting trees and flinging them skyward. Yet the chaos bell remained unmoved. It crashed down, shattering the phantom. The old man spat blood and flew backward. Weakly, he gasped.
What tier is your guardian spirit?
Trash doesn't deserve answers. Tai raised a hand, golden flames reducing the old man to ashes. With him dealt with, I walked on. Soon, a girl in red blocked my path. Behind her loomed an old woman's phantom, clutching a soup ladle, leaning on a cane, the divine guardian, Ming.
You're Chini? That was brutal back there. I'm Hongi from the Supernatural Hunters Guild. Want to join us?
The guild's Hongi teased.
Join, and you'll team up with beauties. And share endless resources to grow stronger.
I agreed instantly. Simple reason. The guild was semi-official, gathering elite, justice-driven talents. Her potential pale next line, and I cared little for teaming with girls. I needed allies to grow safely. Following Hongi to the guild base, I sent hidden dragons and crouching tigers. One chanted, Wolf Ju Su, young prodigy. Summoning champion Marquis, Wutsu. Another called, Lubu among men, red hair among steeds. Summoning Lubu. Others invoked. Great sage heaven's equal, Marshal Tianpo.
Summoning Sun Wukong and Zhu Beiji.
That's Genie, the one who one-shot Divine Tier Levi. With him, we'll crush the supernatural.
As the crowd was discussing, a tall and imposing Shurfong walked over. Behind him, a phantom Buddha light shimmered. It was none other than the supreme deity, the radiant joy Buddha.
So, you're Genie?
Shurfeng's expression was haughty.
I'm the acting guild leader for now. Shurfong, your guardian spirit is quite impressive. It's been a long time since someone piqued my interest. Care to spar?
Shurfeng's arrogance was ingrained in his bones, to the point of outright disdain. The annoyed eye roll from the red-clad figure nearby said it all. But since I'm new here, I'd rather not escalate things. Perhaps sensing my reluctance, Shurfeng grew even more arrogant.
What? Scared? You're the vice leader handpicked by the old guild master. If you can't even accept a simple spar, you might as well go home now.
At this point, I felt a surge of anger. I wanted to save him some face, but he kept pushing for a beating. So I spoke up. Fine, you asked for it. Don't blame me when you're lying on the ground later.
Arrogant brat. Let's see if you can still stand after this.
In no time, the guild square was packed with spectators. Everyone wanted to witness this top-tier showdown.
Guild leader Shurfeng's radiant joy Buddha is a mighty Buddhist deity. And with his years of training, Genie might be in trouble.
Hard to say. Genie just summoned his guardian spirit. Who knows? He might just surprise us. Who knows? He might surprise us.
Make your move.
Radiant joy Buddha, shine your light.
Shurfeng roared as the radiant joy Buddha clasped its hands. Golden Buddha light spread, carrying purifying energy toward me. Eastern Emperor's Chaos Bell. The bell tolls across mountains and rivers. The bell expanded. An ancient bell chime pierced through the Buddha light, shattering it instantly. Shurfeng's face paled.
Impossible. My Buddha light was broken?
His Buddha light carries a charm, dazing enemies for a few seconds every time. By the time they snap out of it, they're already defeated. But this time, it had no effect. Nothing's impossible. A traitor dares to bark before the heavenly emperor of the primordial era?
Arrogant. Solar tentacle palm.
A massive golden palm ascended from above. Eastern Emperor Tai's golden crow phantoms spewed blazing flames, forming a firewall that blocked the attack. The golden palm shattered instantly. Shurfeng, suffering backlash, spat blood and staggered back, disbelief in his eyes.
How is your guardian spirit this strong?
I ignored him and nodded at Dong Wang, who understood immediately. Chaos Bell smashed into the illusion of the illusion of the joyful Buddha shattered completely, and Shurfeng collapsed to the ground. His face pale, he lowered his head.
I lost. I admit you have the strength to be the vice president.
At that moment, the entire hall fell silent. Everyone stared in shock at the scene on the stage. I glanced around, then I spoke loudly. From today onward, all teams will follow my orders. Those who disobey will bear the consequences. The crowd stirred at the words, all teams. Almost simultaneously, they responded, yes, Vice President. After becoming Vice President, I immediately began consolidating resources and gathering intel on the anomalies. From the data, I learned that anomalies are divided into 5 levels. Common, Elite, Lord, Monarch, and Emperor. The strongest anomaly currently is the Monarch level, lurking the Blackwind Ridge to the north, having devoured several cities. Just then, Hongi entered the office with a grave expression.
President Sheen, the Monarch-level anomaly in Blackwind Ridge is becoming more active. Over a dozen teams have already been lost to it.
I'll go. I stood up, only to be met with Hongi's vehement opposition, his face filled with concern.
No, I know you're strong. But the gap between Lord and Monarch is like a chasm. Not to mention, he commands countless elite and Lord anomalies, as well as the 2 enslaved guardian spirits, Yasha and Azura.
So what? I met Hongi's gaze. Smirking. Just small fry. After half a month of training, I had already reached the Monarch level, and Dong Wang had advanced to semi-sane. A mere Monarch level. Anomaly is nothing. Ignoring their protests, I set off for Blackwind Ridge with Dong Wang the next day. As soon as we entered the ridge, a thick aura of anomalies assaulted us. The trees were blackened, and the air reeked of blood. I knew full well it was from the humans slaughtered by the anomalies. Just then, several shadows launched, common anomalies. Cold killing intent flashed in my eyes as I waved my hand slightly. Dong Wang stepped forward, unleashing golden solar flame. The anomalies turned to ash instantly. We pressed on. Elite and Lord anomalies appeared one after another, all falling effortlessly to the solar flames. Soon, I reached the depths of Blackwind Ridge. Amid the black mist, a massive black castle loomed. Above it, the illusions of Yasha and Azura circled. A hoarse voice rang out.
A human dares trespass into my domain?
A 10-tall shadow emerged from the castle, wreathed in black light. It was the Monarch-level anomaly, the Blackwind Monarch. I faced him coldly. Today is your death day. Enraged, the Blackwind Monarch roared.
Insolent fool! Yasha, Azura, kill him.
Yasha charged with his trident, Azura with his axe, both lunging at me. I just stood there quietly as Dong Tai approached with his bell. The chaos bell emitted an ancient hum. A golden wave of law rapidly spread out. The two phantom figures were shattered at the waist. This animated Blackwind monarch's face changed drastically.
How is this possible? They were instantly killed with one move.
I sneered and pointed my finger at the Blackwind monarch. Your turn. The Blackwind monarch roared in fury.
Blackwind Annihilation Thunder.
The sky quickly darkened with ominous clouds. Countless black lightning bolts struck the ground, turning it into a hellscape. Bell shakes the mountains and rivers. I coldly shouted as the chaos bell spun rapidly. A phantom of mountains and rivers shielded me in Dongwon. Countless black lightning bolts struck the phantom. The deafening roars couldn't cause any damage. The Blackwind monarch was horrified.
No, this can't be.
Solar golden flame burn. The spell follow my will. Holy Grove Phantom spat out a massive pillar fire. The Blackwind monarch was locked in place by the pressure, unable to move. Screaming in agony, he was burned to ashes. At the same time, the exclusive awakening panel appeared.
Ding! Congratulations on defeating a monarch level anomaly. You've obtained primordial origin power. Dong Tai has advanced to mid-stage demi-saint. Ding! An emperor level anomaly has been detected in the south. It seems an anomaly emperor has descended.
Hearing this, my relaxed heart suddenly tightened. I immediately decided to return. Just after leaving Blackwind Ridge, I encountered a red-clothed woman and guild members coming to assist. The red-clothed woman looked worried.
Vice President Chin, are you alright?
I smiled and waved. Don't worry, I'm fine. The red-clothed woman hesitated, glancing at the forest behind me.
What about the Blackwind monarch?
He's dealt with, but I quickly changed the subject, my expression turning serious. Just now, an emperor-level anomaly appeared in the south. We must head there immediately to confront it. Hearing this, everyone's faces turned pale.
What? An emperor level?
Everyone's expressions were filled with dread. After all, that's a legendary existence capable of destroying heaven and earth.
But we can't even defeat a monarch level. Are we just going to throw our lives away?
The others nodded in agreement. They weren't afraid to die, but this kind of meaningless sacrifice would only embolden the anomalies further. At this moment, the red-clothed woman stepped forward with a grave expression.
But we have no other choice either. If we don't unite and burn our boats now, once that emperor devours more of our kin, only more monarchs will ascend to emperor-level horrors.
Scarlet's words left everyone in heavy silence, until a young man clenched his fists and stepped forward.
I'm not afraid to die. I fear failing to save our people. I'll follow the vice leader south to slay that emperor-level horror.
One led, and the rest soon pledged their allegiance. Morale steadied as they vowed to march south with me. Armed and ready, we swiftly advanced southward, but all we saw along the way were ruins and rubble. The ground was littered with human corpses, a gruesome sight. Scarlet's eyes reddened. The group seethed with grief and fury. At the southern edge, a massive black altar loomed ahead. Above it hovered a shadow wreathed in dark primordial energy. The emperor-level horror, Nether Emperor. Countless horrors below were conducting a ritual, channeling primordial energy into its body.
Damn it, it's powering up. Strike now.
The group sprang into action, blades gleaming. The prodigy champion Marquis, Hua Xiubing, Lubu among them, red hair among steeds, the berserker Lubu, and the great sage son Wukong. Countless attacks rained on Nether Emperor. The Emperor scoffed, unleashing dark, primordial energy, blocking all strikes before waving again. Spectral rays of condensed darkness surged forward. The group spat blood, their guardian spirits shattered, despair set in.
Leader Chin.
I took a deep breath, gazing intently at the ghost emperor in the distant sky. Golden crow scorches heaven, taming the realms. Dongwon reigns, all spirits bow. Dongwon, we give our all. As the chant ended, a blinding golden pillar descended from the heavens, merging with Dongwon. Instantly, 20 golden crow phantoms blazed around him, radiant in the chaos. World-ending power erupted. Cloud churned, skies burned crimson. The earth split like a volcanic hellscape. Nether Emperor, your end is here. Chaos bell, shake the world. The colossal chaos bell tolled. Scorching solar flames crashing down. Nether Emperor hurled rage and dark impact. The world flashed white. Deafening thunder followed. Shockwave flattened the mountains, hurling everyone back. I staggered, half kneeling, eyes locked on the epicenter. Dark energy shattered, leaving a smoldering crater. Nether Emperor, disheveled and battered. Strike while it's weak. End it now. Dong Tai raised his hands. Solar flames coalescing into a blazing longbow, the arrow loosed, scorching the air, warping reality itself.
No!
The Nether Emperor's pupils dilated. The flaming arrow pierced through his dark essence defense. It plunged straight into his chest, and he let out a piercing howl. In the following time, everyone once again immersed themselves in intense cultivation. 2 months passed. Everyone made significant breakthroughs. And just at this moment, the guild suddenly sent an urgent message. Strange movements of primordial aura appeared beneath Qingyang City. It seemed to be some ancient primordial ruins. Primordial ruins? My eyes instantly lit up. This might allow me to summon the Sage Guardian Spirit even faster. After a brief meeting, I immediately headed to Qingyang City with Hongi. As soon as we arrived in the city, I felt tremors coming from the ground. Eerie black aura and golden primordial aura intertwined, forming a bizarre vortex. Teacher Zhang ran over to report, his face pale.
Guild Leader Chin, the entrance to the ruins. Guild Leader Chin is right beneath the altar in the Awakening Square.
I approached the altar. Sure enough, I saw a massive crack split the ground. Inside, golden and black lights intertwined, emitting waves of terrifying pressure. The clouds in the sky were disrupted by the soaring golden waves. Something inside was calling to me. I could feel it. That familiar aura was guiding my way. Without hesitation, I stepped inside. The moment I entered the crack, countless eerie black vines lashed out. These vines were tougher than any other eerie beings I'd encountered. They were also covered in deadly poisonous thorns. Solar golden flame. I shouted, Dongwon Tai, and unleashed a burst of golden flames. The vines were instantly incinerated, but more quickly surged forward. It seems the eerie beings here were nourished by the primordial aura and became stronger. This is too slow. Not acceptable. Chaos Bell cleared the way. The Chaos Bell tolled. Ancient golden light waves rapidly expanded. All the vines turned to ashes. I pressed forward. Ahead, a massive stone gate appeared. Ancient primordial runes were carved on the gate. I recognized them at a glance as runes from the Dongwang Tai era. They recorded the methods of using the Chaos Bell. My heart raced with excitement. I never expected to find ruins from Dongwang's era here. Following the guidance of my heart, I quickly reached out to touch the stone gate. As blinding golden light erupted, the gate slowly opened. Inside was a colossal palace. On a stone platform at the center of the palace lay a golden egg. It was surrounded by dense, primordial essence energy. My eyes widened in shock. This is a golden crow egg. I never could have imagined that I'd encounter the offspring of Dongwang Tai. Just then, roars echoed around the palace. Countless eerie creatures with primordial origins. Leading them was a massive eerie creature. Its body was enveloped in black, primordial energy. It was the Cheonchi, a primordial beast with erupted flame. Cheonchi roared at the sky and lunged at me. Dongwang, take it down. Dongwang charged at Cheonchi, engaging in a fierce battle. Both were primordial deities, their bodies as tough as innate spiritual treasures. Meanwhile, I seized the chance to approach the stone platform, aiming to retrieve the golden crow egg.
Human, touch the sacred relic and die.
Cheonchi snarled and spewed black, primordial venom. Chaos Bell. The Chaos Bell blocked the venom. Dongwang Tai seized a moment and punched Cheonchi in the head. Cheonchi let out a shriek, cracks appearing on its body. Solar flames consumed it as Dongwang Tai shot flames from his palm. Golden flames engulfed Cheonchi, which struggled briefly. It finally turned to ashes, seeing their fierce flame, the other eerie creatures flame. But Dongwang Tai's golden flames incinerated them all. With everything settled, I slowly walked to the stone platform. Carefully picking up the golden crow egg, I felt its warmth. A surge of dense, primordial energy flowed into my body.
Obtain the golden crow egg. Dongwang Tai's favorability maxed out. Strength increases to my same level. Later, Dongwang Tai's hidden skill, Golden Crow Incineration Array, can be unlocked.
The panel notification rang, and I was overjoyed. Just then, the palace began to shake, as if about to collapse. I quickly exited the ruins. The moment I stepped out, the ground of Xinjiang City was earth and all, as if nothing had happened.
President Sheen, what happened inside just now?
I didn't hide it. I obtained a golden crow egg, and boosted Dongwang Tai's strength. Just then, the sky darkened again, an even more terrifying aura than the previous eerie tide descended upon us. The eerie army from the cosmos had arrived on Earth. They're here. I secured the golden crow egg and handed it to a soldier, then rushed toward the city outskirts. Arriving outside, Dongwang, prepare for battle. Dongwang Tai stood by my side. The Chaos Bell hovered above, and golden crow phantoms circled around us. The guild members summoned their guardian spirits, ready for battle. Fight heaven and earth, sun Yukon. Nine no envy of heavenly grace, Young Air. Lawlessly Nezo, peerless human demon Lubu. Ant-Man, God-slaying overlord you. In the sky, countless massive eerie creatures dug down. Their strength far surpassed the previous enemies. The weakest were at lord level. The strongest few even had auras nearing saint level. Kill! I charged forward first, while the others fought independently.
Chaos Bell, suppress.
The boundless Chaos Bell smashes down on a half-safe enemy. The Eldritch Saint roars, swinging its massive claws to block. The creature's claws are shattered, letting out a piercing shriek. Dongwang Tai seizes the moment, spewing golden solar flames to incinerate it completely. The compliant golden hoop rod burns radius, fearless overlord. Victims, the Dharma body phenomenon. Everyone launches their attacks. They engage in a fierce battle with the Eldritch beings. There are too many of them. Soon, injuries pile up, guardian spirits shatter, and the woman in red threads. This can't go on. I coldly scan the battlefield. I make up my mind. Dongwang, deploy the golden crow, sky-burning array. Dongwang Tai nods. Then, the 20 golden crow phantoms around him fly out. They form a massive golden array in the sky. Blazing solar flames erupt from the array, like divine punishment. Golden flames rain down on the Eldritch army. Countless otherworldly creatures are incinerated, screaming in agony, instantly reduced to ashes.
Guild leader is insane. This array is invincible.
But I don't relax because I can sense a more powerful presence approaching from the depths of the cosmos. These are just the vanguard. The real enemy is still behind. I glance at everyone. We need to grow stronger fast. Summon more guardian spirits. Seeing everyone nod, I add, united we stand. I take out the golden crow egg and ask Dongwang, how do we hatch this? How to hatch the golden crow egg?
Gather the 5 primordial elemental essences, metal, wood, water, fire, and earth.
The 5 primordial elemental essences. Looks like I need to hunt for more primordial ruins. Just then, the system pings again.
Detected traces of golden elemental essence in the west. Suspected primordial gold mine ruins.
The west. My eyes gleam. Red, we're heading west. To the west.
Got it.
I set off with Red and Dongwang Tai toward the west. Along the way, we encounter remnants of the Eldritch. Dongwang dispatches them effortlessly. I take detours intentionally, passing through towns ravaged by the Eldritch. We find survivors, awakened ones trapped inside. These awakened are weak. Their guardian spirits, mere shadows of ordinary mortals. No match for the elite Eldritch lurking in the ruins. Hearing their pleas, Red hesitates. Guild leader Chin, should we save them?
Guild leader Cheen, should we save them?
I don't hesitate. Save them. They're allies against the Eldritch. We can't abandon them. Plus, clearing the towns of stragglers. Let's us gather traces of elemental essence, supporting the golden crow egg's nourishment. With that said, I charge into town first. Inside the town, several burly elite apparitions were chasing survivors, their bodies shrouded in black mist. Their claws were as sharp as blades. My eyes turned cold. Dongwang. Solar golden flames, execute. Dongwang Tai shot out several thin golden flames from his fingertips, precisely hitting the apparitions. The apparitions let out a couple of flames. instantly turning to ashes. The surviving awakened ones witnessing this crowded around, their faces filled with gratitude.
Thank you for saving us, sir.
The woman in red spoke up, advising.
You should head to the Aberration Hunters Guild in Xingyang City as soon as possible. There are safe zones and resource support there.
She then took out several guild identity tokens and handed them over. After resolving the town's crisis, we continued west. Half a month later, we finally arrived at a mountain range in the west. From afar, the mountains gleamed golden, the air thick with the essence of metal elemental power. I could sense the golden crow egg's excitement. This must be the place. Just like before, as soon as we entered the gold mine, we encountered a group of aberrations guarding. These aberrations were covered in golden carapaces, shaped like giant beetles. They were clearly golden shell aberrations enhanced by metal punchlines. Upon spotting Chinyi and the others, they immediately hissed, waving their side like forelimbs as they charged forward. Dongwang Tai spewed golden flames onto the golden shell aberration carapaces, but only left a few scorch marks. The aberrations were unharmed, instead growing even more frenzied.
Their carapaces can absorb the power of the golden flames.
No wonder they're so tough. Suddenly, I recalled how our ancestors broke through iron shore techniques. Dongwang, don't use the solar golden flames. Just smash them with the chaos bell. Dongwang Tai nodded. The chaos bell expanded to the size of the millstone, then slammed down like a cannonball, producing several loud crashes. The golden shell aberrations' carapaces shattered, green blood gushing out. Without their protective shells, the aberrations were instantly incinerated by the ensuing golden flames. We ventured deeper into the mine. The further we went, the denser the metal elemental essence became. After about half an hour, an expansive cavern appeared ahead. At the center of the cavern, on a stone platform, lay a fist-sized golden crystal. The crystal was surrounded by pure metal elemental essence. It was the metal elemental core. My heart steadied. This is it. I stepped forward, placing the golden crow egg beside the golden crystal. As soon as the egg touched the crystal, it emitted a faint golden glow, the patterns on the shell beginning to rise slowly, actively absorbing the essence of the golden element.
Hatching progress increased by 20%. Current progress, 20%.
The panel notification rang, and I was overjoyed. But just then, a violent tremor suddenly came from the top. Countless rocks tumbled down. A golden aberration, as large as a small hill, emerged from the depths of the mine. It had enormous wings, covered in sharp golden feathers. It was the same level aberration guarding the golden element's essence, the golden winged rock.
Humans dare to steal the essence? Die!
The golden winged rock roared, spreading its wings, and unleashing a golden gale. The gale carried countless sharp golden feathers, raining down like a storm. Chaos bell. The chaos bell instantly enlarged, enveloping the three of us. The golden feathers struck the bell, emitting crisp clangs, all blocked. Dongwang counterattacked. Dongwang Tai waved his hand, and the chaos bell, with a sonic boom, smashed toward the golden winged rock. The rock flapped its wings, trying to dodge. It was locked in place by the chaos bell's present form. The chaos bell slammed hard onto the wing, sending golden feathers flying. A deep, bone-exposing wound appeared on its wing. The rock let out a pained screech, spewing golden blood. Its eyes grew fiercer as it charged at Dongwang Tai, striking with its sharp beak. Solar golden flames vanished. Dongwang Tai's body erupted with golden flames, coating the chaos bell as it smashed into the rock again. This time, the flames burned directly into the aberration's body, igniting its feathers and filling the air with a pungent scorched smell. Trying to run? I saw its escape plan and acted decisively. Dongwang, Golden Crow Incineration Array. 20 golden crow silhouettes flew out, forming a golden formation that trapped the rock. Blazing flames relentlessly burned its body until its struggles weakened and it turned to ashes. After dealing with the rock, I collected the golden egg and crystal, noticing traces of golden essence still on the crystal. I kept it for later use. After a short rest, we left the gold mine. Just outside, the panel notification rang again. I looked eastward, the primordial ancient forest. Might as well check it out on the way. Heading east, we encountered a hunter squad from the guild. The squad leader saw me and immediately approached with respect.
Guild leader Chin, while clearing out remaining enemies. We found a unique aberration that can control plants to attack. It seems related to the wind element.
My interest was instantly piqued. Oh, take us to see it. Led by the squad. Soon, they arrived at a forest tainted by eerie corruption. The trees in the forest had all turned black. Black vines coiled around the branches. A grotesque creature, resembling a giant spider, clung to a tree trunk. It was the plant-controlling aberration the captain had mentioned. Spotting it, it immediately lashed out with the vines. The aura of these vines bore some resemblance to the essence of wood element, but it was tainted by corruption. Dongwang, cleanse it. See if we can extract pure wood elemental energy. Dongwang Tai unleashed golden flames, incinerating the incoming vines. The aberration let out a shriek and was reduced to ashes. As the ashes dispersed, a faint wisp of green energy emerged. It was the pure essence of wood element. I took out a jade vial and collected the energy. Though scarce, it was better than nothing. After bidding farewell to the hunter squad, we continued toward the primordial ancient forest. 10 days later, we finally reached our destination. The primordial ancient forest was far denser than imagined, with trees towering hundreds of feet high. Their intertwined branches blotted out the sky. The forest was saturated with thick wood elemental essence. Yet, it was also laced with a faint trace of corruption. Be cautious. The aberrations here are no ordinary foes. Just as we entered, a rustling sound echoed. Countless giant vines erupted from the ground, lunging at the group. These vines were far thicker than those encountered before. They were also studded with sharp thorns.
These vines are alive.
Hongi summoned Mengpa.
Mengpa, suppress them with the Book of Life and Death.
Mengpa held the Book of Life and Death, its pages flipping open. A gray energy shot toward the vines, striking them. Their growth visibly slowed, but soon, even more vines surged forth. Don Wong, use the residual power of the Golden Crow incineration array. Avoid damaging the ancient trees around us. They might contain the core of wood elemental essence. Don Wong Tai nodded. 20 Golden Crow phantoms split with 5 of them, forming a small-scale array. Gentle golden flames lit the vines. The vines withered instantly under the flames, turning to ash. The trio followed the path of withered vines deeper in. Soon, they reached the heart of the ancientness. At the center stood an enormous ancient tree, towering thousands of feet high. Its trunk was so massive it would take over a dozen people to encircle it. Around the trunk coiled a colossal green aberration. Its body was fused with the ancient tree. This was the sage-level aberration guarding the wood elemental essence. The aberration, Huangjong Yao,
Roared, humans dare trespass into my domain? You seek death.
the aberration Huangjong Yao. The ancient tree's branches lashed out and freed them. Afraid that Don Wong might strike too hard, I quickly reminded him. This ancient tree is the vessel of the wood element's origin. It must not be destroyed. Understanding, Don Wong Tai shrank the chaos bell to the size of a fist. With golden flames, it accurately struck the eerie Huang Hongli's motor body. The eerie Huang Hongli let out a flame. Burned by the flames, it grew even more frenzied. It controlled countless leaves, shooting them like daggers everywhere. Mengpa defended with the book of life and death, unfurling it. A gray barrier formed, blocking the light. Seizing the chance, I observed and found its core was in its head. Don Wong attacked its head. Don Wong Tai raised the chaos bell. Once again, it smashed into the eerie Huang Hongli's head. This time, the chaos bell pierced straight through its body, shattering its core. The eerie Huang Hongli let out one final scream, dissipating into green energy. After the demon's spirit vanished, a green crystal appeared on the ancient tree's trunk. It was the core of the wood element's origin. I stepped forward, placing the golden bird egg beside the crystal. The golden bird egg absorbed the wood element's origin power. The patterns on its shell grew clearer.
The Golden Crow egg absorbed the wood element's origin power, increasing its hatching progress by 20%. Current progress, 40%.
I stored the golden crow egg and the green crystal. I noticed the eerie aura in the ancient forest had significantly faded. The ancient trees began to regain their vitality. The wood element's origin power here was pure. It could serve as a resource point for the guild in the future. After resting in the ancient forest for a day to recover, we set off again. In the following days, the system detected traces of the water, fire, and earth element's origin powers. With Hong Yi and Dong Wong Tai, I headed to the primordial deep sea ruins in the south, the primordial volcano ruins in the north, and the primordial plateau ruins in the center.